Every man's worst nightmare.
I have been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. They're somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault that those 2 idiots got dumped into this world. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they take after the plumber or the postman or the milkman or, yeah, they were milkmen back when they came around. I mean, God only knows.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
Your boy Sherm.
It's your man Jay.
Is it me, or does it seem like this guy is relieved? Like, he doesn't like his sons at all?
Those 2 deadbeats.
I mean, listen, does he probably love his kids? Yes. I think spending so much time with anybody is natural. You're gonna love them. But it seems like they didn't come out the best.
Speaking of his kids, what really sucks about this situation is that he said he stayed with that
Crazy bitch.
specifically for the kids.
Oh, man.
Like, that would really grind my gears to find out that I sacrificed my money, my time, my energy to stay with someone who I despise strictly for 2 children who aren't even mine. By blood, anyways. It's crazy.
But I mean, that's the worst kind of L, because you took a risk to avoid something, and it turns out none of it even belonged to you at all.
Oh,
That's kind of being like, oh, I stayed in the marriage for a house, and then it turns out you weren't even on the title.
When I saw the video, I was trying to determine whether or not I think this is evil or not. Really, I don't know.
You're trying to determine this?
Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously evil, bro.
I don't know. Like, when I think of evil, I think of like sinister acts. And you know what those things are. I don't need to name them.
How is this not sinister?
I don't know if it's sinister.
Lying to someone, saying that they're your kids, your flesh and blood, and it turns out they're like 0%. Like,
It's deceitful. It's despicable. It's distasteful. It's awful. It's hurtful. It's bad. It's very, very bad. But I don't know if I put it to the level of evil, though. I don't know.
it's on the highest level of deceit.
I mean, it's deceitful. Yeah, I just don't know if it's evil. Like, would you?
Nah, that's evil.
I don't know.
So if it happened to you, you wouldn't think it's evil?
I don't know if I think it's evil. I just think she's a...
Crazy bitch.
Shit, evil.
Okay, look, I don't know how someone can keep a secret that long and for so many years without remorse. If she doesn't have remorse, that's one thing too. Like, if she held this secret inside for all these years and it was eating away at her, it's still terrible. But to me, it'd be worse if it was nothing to her.
I mean, I think it's 2 things. I think one is like she obviously doesn't care, and then I think the other thing is that she probably honestly doesn't even know who their dad is. Because the way that he made it sound like it could be anybody. It could be the neighbor. It could be the mailman. It could be a substitute teacher.
By the way, you're right. So it made me think when he married her that he knew she was a runaround Sue. Or these are more modern terms.
She belongs to the streets.
Right? So therefore, he has some culpability in that decision to marry her.
If he knew that, he's dumb.
He's like, yeah, you know, what'd he say?
I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys.
So, I mean, come on.
They don't want to be saved.
Don't want to be safe. And look, part of me is this too. I hate this. I don't want to defend her actions, okay? Because they're just.
I hope not.
But listen, part of me is like, did she do this to protect her sons?
Oh, okay. I thought you said protect him. I was like, no.
No.
She protecting them pockets.
No, to protect her sons, you know? Like, oh, especially back then, women didn't have the same rights. So maybe she's like, or opportunities. Maybe she was like, okay, if I tell him the truth, he leaves me. I have 2 children and I have no way to provide for them.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Not saying it's right, but I'm saying maybe she didn't do it out of,
Evil.
evil. Maybe she did it out of necessity in her head. But I mean, it's still wrong nonetheless.
I mean, or you could have just kept your legs close for your husband. I mean, that always works too.
That is the main thing.
I don't know. Call me crazy.
No, I 100%.
You know what's crazy though? As a kid, my mom always told me if I were to ever have kids to get them DNA tested. And as a child, like, I could never wrap my head around that someone would be so evil enough to actually do that. Like, in my head, I was like, oh, why would someone do that to someone? That's why would they do that? That's evil. Like, I could just never wrap my head around it. But as I've gotten older, I'm realizing, man, there's some really jacked up people out there.
Really jacked up.
And then I think there's one statistic where it says like 4 out of 5 kids or 3 out of 5 kids that get tested end up not being their kids or something like that.
I've been in court thousands of times in paternity suits. 4 out of 5 times. Guy says he ain't the daddy, he's right. And the genetic test is the only way to prove it for sure.
Right.
Some crazy statistic out there.
Yeah, and you know, there's always statistics that float around. A lot of times they're not correct, but they get the idea across. And the idea is that there are far too many children that are being raised by fathers who are not really their biological.
What I think the statistic was saying though is that children who are in question typically tend not to actually come from the father. I believe is what it says. Not all the kids like, oh, you know.
I get it. Yeah.
It's the ones in question, I believe, is what it is. But like I said, I don't know. If I find it, I'll post it up.
That's fine. And like I said, either way, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's just too many.
Yeah.
It's just too many. It's a very bad trend. So, I mean, I honestly think that it should be, I don't know if I don't know if there's a law. Well, I'll put it this way. I don't know if you can force hospitals, because most people are born in hospitals these days.
Yeah.
I don't know if there can be a law passed that could force hospitals, especially private hospitals, to make it a standard procedure to provide paternity tests at birth.
I think it should be a law. Not only do I think it should be a
done,
law, but I think it should be a arrestable offense if a woman says, "Hey, this is your child," and it ends up not being your child. I think they should get arrested. And I think they should have to pay him back. They should have to pay back the guy because he's out here spending all his money and it doesn't end up being his. And it's not. And you're taking away his choice. It's different if like he knows and he wants to be a stepfather. Cool. You know, that's fine. You have a choice in it. But then you not giving me a choice and then you telling me it is and it's not, that's wrong.
It is wrong. Yeah, I think maybe it should be like a misdemeanor. And then if they can prove that she did it intentionally, then yes, it should be punishable. And I know that most women know. But
yeah.
But I mean, let's say she's a woman that really, really runs around. You know what I mean? So she really doesn't know. You know, maybe not in that case. But in that case, it's up to the man to like not marry her. Or not have a baby.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to just vetting who you're dating.
Yeah.
Right?
And wrapping it up. If it's just for fun, wrap it up if you know she's running around with other people too.
Definitely wrap it
up.
Like,
wrap it up, period. That's my whole philosophy, but I know some guys don't like that.
Yeah, some guys are out here letting it burn like Usher.
Whoa.
The song, not saying that he has anything. Just like the song. I don't know.
I didn't even think about that second part of it. But yeah. I thought about the song.
Yeah, I'm talking about the song, guys.
Yeah.
Because you never know these days.
I know. It's a good idea though. Just so that uncomfortable discussion is avoided, just make it standard practice.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And it would stop some bad behavior for sure.
I think it would stop 99% of the behavior. At this point, I think the best thing that he can do is just divorce his wife and move to Thailand and then FaceTime his grandkids. Because, I mean, he's pretty much the father of those kids. Whether or not he wants to accept that or not, I mean, you raise kids in that amount of time, they're pretty much your kids. Those are pretty much your grandkids. Just go to Thailand, man. Go to Thailand, live your life, FaceTime them, have fun.
Those aren't no kin to him. That's what he said.
I don't even know what that means.
Kin, family, familiar relationships.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying those kids and those grandkids ain't no kin of his.
I guarantee you they call him, he gonna pick up.
Oh, he will. I mean, I'm sure he loves him. Look, he seems like a funny guy. I don't know if it's because, he seems like a funny guy in general.
Yeah.
But I know part of it's probably because of what he does. He's probably desensitized to a lot of stuff. And because of his age, he's probably like you say, he probably is relieved. He's like, you know what? I'm too old for this BS. I'm gonna divorce this woman and
the way he described his kids is priceless. Those two idiots.
Yeah, I mean, even when he said it though, it didn't seem like it was anger there. It's just like these big dummies. Like these are just some dummies, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, typical locker room men talk. Oh, you know, blah blah blah. My sons are idiots, you know.
Oh yeah, well he really meant they're idiots though.
They might be.
Anyway, yeah, I agree. He should definitely divorce her, even though they're like 70 something. And that sucks to be the.
I mean, that's one of the superpowers you have as a guy, though. You can pretty much have kids at any age.
Are you crazy? You think he wants to have kids at 71?
Probably not.
No. Get out of here.
Still has the option.
Why would he do that? No, he's going to just, if he wants to do anything, like you said, he might go to Thailand. I don't know why he'd go to Thailand, but maybe he'll go to Thailand. Who knows? And, just do that whole thing.
So ultimately, do I think his wife made a bad decision? Yes. She made a terrible decision.
Of course.
All right, guys. If you think his wife made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think she made a bad decision, leave a like and leave a comment. And if you think his kids are idiots, leave a like and leave a comment.
Oh man.
All right, decision makers, we're out.